There is a significant sea change facing small and medium businesses today. It includes increased complexity of communications, an increasingly mobile workforce, and an increased number of devices that we have to contact one another with.
Companies need to respond more quickly to meet the demands of their customers, and they need to improve employee productivity to lower costs.
We need to address increasingly virtual organizations, more mobility, and also address information overload on the part of our workers.
Because of this, companies cannot respond quickly to critical situations, and this results in project delays and work slowdowns. Companies need a simple and cost-effective solution to remove these bottlenecks.
That's the true power of unified communications to me. The ability to connect in real time the first time. What used to seem impossible, it's not out of reach anymore. Actually, I have a story to go along with that. The story? Well, yeah, it's that kind of challenging situation that we've all been in before, but this time, everything just worked out perfectly. I'm on the road. I suddenly get this instant message from the contact center at the office with this completely unexpected RFP. So a potential client called with the kind of opportunity that you just dream about. If we can make a proposal in 2 hours and meet or beat the competitor's price, contract is ours. It's great, right? Problem is, I'm on the road. I'm in a hotel room. I'm waiting to go meet with a customer. And all the key decision makers and major players, they're spread out all over the map. It's an impossible situation, right? Not this time. We had the solution.
We now have multiple communication devices, resulting in leaving messages at these devices rather than reaching the person we need.
Cisco Unified Communications enables us to remove bottlenecks in our business communications processes, which allows us to streamline those business processes and to make faster decisions.
So, where was I? Oh, right. I was looking to pull off the impossible in 2 hours. Fortunately, I had access to all the same tools that I use at the office right there at the hotel. First thing is to track down Maureen. She's the production manager. Now, normally she likes to be reached by cell phone, but she's about to give a presentation at a conference in Chicago, so what can I do? I leave a voicemail message hoping that she surfaces in the next hour or so. Then I get a hold of Nancy. Now, Nancy's the head of design, and the big question is, can we make the necessary design modifications? Well, not till she sees the exact specs. In seconds, I had dragged and dropped the exact specifications to her. Her first impression is a definite maybe, but she's got to sketch some stuff out. So, fine, I leave the connection alive with her working in the background, and then I get my first real break. Maureen checks her messages, and she calls me back right away to schedule a conference for the RFP. The good news is that she's got 22 minutes before she has to give her presentation. The bad news is she thinks it's going to take a whole other production line to meet the delivery dates. It turns out it's Gary's call, who's the head of manufacturing in Asia. So the next thing you know, I'm trying to track down Gary in Taipei. It's really early in the morning there. I'm lucky the guy's actually in his office. He'd just gotten off the phone. So that was good, but, you know, we still have to move really fast.
It's all about smarter communications. Using the intelligence of the network, you become more accessible and productive no matter where you are.
The Smart Business Roadmap is really important to small to mid-sized businesses. It enables them to focus on identifying their business priorities and then to put in place a technology plan to deliver against those business priorities.
Employees can determine the best method for reaching their coworkers, which improves operational efficiency and allows them to serve customers better.
It enables me to incorporate rich media so that I can communicate with voice, data, and video, and it enables me to incorporate presence information to know the whereabouts and availability of other coworkers.
So, I've only got about an hour to go, and I need to get production and manufacturing together on a live conference, or this whole deal's just going to go away. It turns out that Maureen's actually willing to adjust the production priorities, but only if Gary is willing to add a whole other production line. Well, you know, Gary's willing, but he's got to see the design changes first, or he's not doing it. Just then, the power of unified communication speaks again. Can you guys hold on a second, I ask? It's my manager calling, which is really important, because she's the only one who can actually authorize a price increase. I text a speech that I'm right in the thick of things, and I'll get back to her as soon as I can. So I get back to Maureen and Gary. It's not looking so good. I suddenly notice that Nancy is sending me a message, which is great, because that's exactly what I need. No sooner is she typing it than I join her to the conference with Gary and Maureen, and we're using the video conference, so we have the immediate impact. So there's Gary, Maureen, Nancy, and I. We're all looking at her sketches. I look over to Gary, and he's kind of, nodding a little bit. He doesn't quite get it, and then the big smile. Phew. It looks like he's going to actually go for it. I have one last hurdle to overcome, and I'm gold.
Real-time interactions and taking control of communications benefits all industries.
You can save a lot of money in hard dollar cost savings by deploying Cisco's unified communication solution. But in addition to those hard dollar cost savings, you can also aggressively drive return on investment through streamlined business process and improved productivity.
As it turned out, there was no last hurdle. My manager was just waiting to see if I could actually pull this thing off. If I could literally do the deal that couldn't be done. With one click, I had her on a two-way video conference. She approved the price, the proposal, and with 15 minutes to spare, we had it done and emailed off to the client. Our new client.
Companies can no longer afford delayed communications. It's making them less competitive and making them fall behind.
Cisco's unified communications is the right choice right now for small to mid-sized businesses. It enables them to reduce complexity of communications. It enables them to drive mobility. It enables them to improve and streamline workflow and to communicate more effectively with customers, partners, and other employees. It really does enable small to mid-sized businesses to improve their communications and to differentiate themselves from their competitors.